Welcome to another episode of Life with the Lionesses with Women in Rugby League. And it's my absolute pleasure. We haven't got many Lancashire women on this because the early Great Britain days were dominated by them Yorkshire Titans, those pesky Yorkshire people. So I'm really chuffed. We've got another Lioness from across the Pennines. Used to play over at Widnes in the 1990s. Also did a bit of a stint at Warrington and then at Wigan St Pat's. Played county, so I'm looking forward to hearing all about county. And played for Great Britain in 1998. Welcome, Sharron Johnson.
Hiya, Julia.
And Dalton. So Dalton might make an appearance.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. we did have a star in Dalton.
Yeah.
The dog. Anyway, that's to come later on, no doubt, to make us laugh. So, Sharron, how did you get involved in Rugby League in the first place then?
It was just an advert in the local paper. I'd played football before, up to the age of probably 10 to 18. And even though I lived in a rugby town, I'd never watched Rugby League, never interested me. I mean, I used to go in at half time and they used to let you in, and it was more of a mess about with your mates and stuff like that. So after football, when we got to 18, basically couldn't play anymore. So I was like, what am I going to do next? So we'd seen an advert in the local paper and I thought, oh, give that a go. Went to the pub to the meeting and that's when it started. So I actually went with two other girls and we all started playing rugby together.
So who was it that you turned up with?
Julie Twigg and Diane Shingler, or Shingies.
Both legends in themselves in the game.
Probably for other reasons than other people would say. But yeah, we all started playing rugby together at Widnes in 1990. So I was 19. Oh,
brilliant. Because are you from Widnes originally then?
I am, yeah, born and bred, yeah.
Yeah. But never really watched apart from when it was free, which sounds a good thing for Widnes. Yeah. Although they were quite good at that time, weren't they?
Yeah.
Widnes, they were on a bit of a high. So you started playing at club level. What was it like at club level at that time then? Can you remember much about it?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't many teams about at that time. I remember it was Askham back then. I remember going the dreaded trek up to Barra, get to the end of the motorway and it's another 30 miles when you get there. What I do remember, when you used to obviously go to Askham, there used to be a little cafe, probably still there, and we used to stop for something to eat. And I always remember when we went to Barra, one of us would end up in the hospital. And they might still have it there, but with the hospital, they had like a little house that you could stay in. So we could always stay over whoever was staying there, type of thing. So there was Barra, there was guys. I remember Halifax because Lisa Mack was playing there. And also, I think Warrington were playing at the time as well. So there wasn't many teams back then.
Was there a whole team then?
Yeah. I think the whole Dockers.
Yeah. Whole Vixens, I think.
Whole Vixens, yeah, and then he went to Dockers.
Because I was just going to say to you, can you imagine playing for Hull Vixens and travelling to Barra?
Yeah. Well, Hull's the end of the 62, isn't it? Once you get to the end of the 62, you're in Hull.
Yeah, there's nothing at the end of that, is there? So lovely memories of playing then and doing a lot of travelling. And what was it like then for friendship-wise and playing with the other teams?
Yeah, because like I said, I've been mates with Shingy and Twiggy for a long time, probably over 40 years now, and we've probably joined a lot of teams together. So when Widnes folded, I'd say we went for about 4 or 5 years. We went up to Warrington, and that's where I met Banksy. She was 13, 6 stone wet through. I always remember Banksy. We stayed there for a few years, and then we went up to Wigan St Pat's. We were actually the first women's team to go there, and we won the league in the first season. Then we went up to Hindley, also in Wigan, played there for a couple of years. And that's when I got noticed to play for Great Britain. I was at Hindley then. And I played about 4 or 5 times at county level as well.
Yeah. Oh, so you played a bit at county level for Lancashire then. So what were your memories of that?
The only memory I can really sticks out is playing at Old Trafford. Curtain raiser, 10 minutes each way, and getting studded in the eye by Lisa Mack, of all people.
Are you listening, Lisa Mack? Was I refereeing, by the way? Did I notice
possibly, it? Possibly, yeah. You probably didn't see it. So I remember getting up after it, and all I could see was three of everyone. So I thought, I'll just head for the one in the middle, type of thing. So after the game, everyone was looking at me in horror. And I thought, it's not that bad, is it? And it was only when I looked in the mirror, it was really bad. And I thought, well, I wasn't in any pain. You know,
Yeah.
you can imagine all of us had injuries back then.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's the only one that I think that sticks out. But it was always, like I said, it was always a curtain raiser, 10 minutes each way. That's all really we got.
Yeah, Old Trafford. But it was actually a bit of foresight, wasn't it? At the RFL at that time. And the few of the Lancashire Yorkshire games apparently were played on professional grounds. Someone's mentioned one on the Boulevard, one at Wigan. But there was also some that were played on the local parks where the dogs frequent as well, I think.
Yeah. I think we only ever played at Old Trafford, to be honest. It was always Old Trafford. I think we played at Warrington once, actually, at the old Wildersfield. We played there once as well.
Yeah. So did you get into any cup finals and things like that then?
Yeah, we played against Wakefield. I remember playing against Wakefield. I think we were, I mean, going back, you know, a long time ago. But I remember always playing Wakefield.
Yeah. Formidable, weren't they?
Yeah.
Absolute formidable. So your pathway then. So your pathway to the 1998 tour. Can you remember much about selection and what you did to get into the team?
Yeah, I did actually play for the Wildcats.
Brilliant.
And I did
explain a bit to everyone, a bit about the Wildcats and how they came about.
I just got invited. Like I said, it was a while ago, and I just got invited to come along and train and play against obviously the squad that was going to on tour to Australia. So I remember the training and stuff, and I played. And like I said, two players approached me who actually did get in the '96 tour and said you should be playing. And I didn't think anything more than that. Like I said, it was nice for them to think that I should have been in the squad. But like I said, I was lucky enough to get in the '98 squad, and it was just training, going all the way up to Barnsley. I didn't drive back then, so luckily it was Banksy that was taking me, and we used to pit head the bigs up as well on occasions.
Oh, I bet that was a laugh, that car.
Yeah, it was quite funny actually. I've got a funny story about that. I've seen Heather's video the other day, and she probably won't remember, but she took her car once and it broke down, so we wasn't going to leave her there, you know what I mean? We're in the middle. I think we're in Halifax of all places. So we went with her to the garage and get it fixed, and we got a bit of telling off when we got to training from Jackie because we were late. But we wasn't going to leave her stranded, you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Breaking down at Halifax isn't all the best places, is it?
Yeah.
So you did, with the train. So you were training at club. Did you see a difference in the training and what you had to do for Great Britain then?
Yeah, I think it was a bit more intense, and obviously the gym. I mean, back then I wasn't going to the gym, probably couldn't afford it because of my job, and I was actually doing my gym work in someone's shed.
Oh wow!
And obviously doing the running around the area itself, but I think if anything, I felt a lot fitter because we'd done a lot more. You know, we used to do bleep tests. Remember going to Lilleshall, we went up to there and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, a bit more intense than what we'd done at club. Yeah.
So building up your physical strength as well.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you received the letter you were in the squad?
Yeah, really exciting. I was really shocked, to be honest. So it was just a case of going into work and going, can I have a month off work? And like most people, it was unpaid. So
yeah.
So
how did you fundraise then?
I was quite lucky. I don't know whether you remember Christine Wardsley that was heavily involved with the rugby. Yeah. We were really good friends back then, and she helped me a great deal. I've actually got some pictures, probably not a few years old.
Oh, fab. I love a few photos. Oh, wow. Push a bit more in the screen. Oh, I love that.
And there's that one as well.
And she did those for you?
It was her husband that done them.
Yeah, he sent me some. Chris and him have sent me some.
Yeah, he done them, and then we had like a sort of up at Warrington, we just had like a starboard fundraising and stuff like that. So down to her, she helped me raise most of the money because, like I said, back then we were really good friends. Yeah, even though she was involved with like Woolston, she helped me with that.
Yeah.
So mainly down to her that I raised the money.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. And it is amazing how the Rugby League community communities where you were actually got behind you to help you raise the money, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you get the collar. What do your family think then? Because if you're not a rugby family, what did they think about you playing for your country?
My mum is, but unfortunately, my dad wasn't. So when you get your picture in the paper, he actually carried that everywhere with him. My dad was from Liverpool, so he'd go in the pub and like, I'm not sure they got it, you know what I mean? Rugby League, what's that all about? So I think he was proper proud. I don't think my mum ever wanted me to play rugby, because you can imagine I was always coming home with black eyes or broken bones and stuff like that. And even now she'll go, and you shouldn't be playing. But yeah, I think now that this is happened, she said you should be proud.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think most of us played it because we loved it. You know, we loved it more than anything. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, and it's interesting, isn't it, how parents and grandparents later on, you don't realise until you're older how proud they are.
Yeah,
like your dad carrying your picture around.
Yeah,
That's just fab. Yeah. This is my daughter.
Yeah. Not that they knew what rugby league was in Liverpool, but you know.
Don't matter. You played for your country.
The thought was there.
So, what are your memories of going on tour to New Zealand then in 1998?
Oh, it was just brilliant. I mean, I was at another funny story. I was actually ill on the flight there. I don't know whether it's because I'd not travelled that far before. I was actually ill on the flight back. I know we stopped over for about 5 hours for the plane to refuel. That was hard work. Went to Auckland first, and I actually roomed in the 3 places that we went to: Auckland, Rotorua, and Christchurch. I actually roomed with Sue Haywood, legend.
Oh, lovely.
And Shani the first time, and then when we went to Rotorua, it was Kirsty Robinson. But yeah, just a great bunch of girls, because like I said, you didn't really know them off the field. You just lined up against them on the field and play against them. And that was it. You didn't, so you got to know them a bit more. So yeah, great experience. Like you said, we used to train, used to get up in the morning, have our breakfast, go out and train, come back for lunch, train again. But I think out of all the 3 places, I reckon Auckland was the best, because everything was quite near to everywhere. Yeah. So, you know, we used to go into the shops and stuff like that. We did find a local pool hall. That's something I do remember. I was a bit of a pool shark, so that was my drinks for the night sorted out. I used to do everyone's ironing as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the one to have on tour, Sharron.
Yeah. So it was always paid for me a night out.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Oh, I love it. Did you charge for the ironing then?
No.
I just got
paid in drinks.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So can you remember much about the games and playing what was it like to play the Kiwis?
I didn't actually play in any of the tests, but I did play in all 3 at the warm-up games.
They were pretty phenomenal though, weren't they?
Yeah, but you know, I've actually got a couple of programs from one of them, I think. I don't know whether you can see that.
Lift it up. Yeah. Lift it up a bit more. Yeah, I've seen that one. Banksy's got that one. Yeah.
I found that one.
Brilliant. Yeah, great. Yeah, because
a bit of a hoarder.
Yeah, we like hoarders because it means we can fill our museum with memorabilia. A bit closer. Yeah, sports dinner. Forgotten about that. Brilliant.
I actually stayed at Lisa Max that night because it was in Halifax, so I did stay over that night. We had pizza for tea. I remember that.
She was like the local hostelry for everyone, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She put everyone up.
So I've got a couple of programs, but I think you've seen most of these, and I've just got don't know whether you've seen that one. That's quite a few years old.
No, I haven't. No. Oh, that's an important one to me with the whole Vixens in.
Well, I've actually got 2 of them, so for some reason I must have pinched one. So you can have a copy of that if you want it.
Oh, fab. Yeah. The more we can have, the better. Oh, great. Yeah. Another whole Vixens one. Yeah.
So yeah, and I've just got like I think most of the programs you've seen, and I've got a paper cutting as well. I think Teresa Bruce is in this actually.
She'll like that.
This is from, I think it's 98.
Yeah.
This is before we went on tour.
Oh, brilliant.
That's Teresa, isn't it, at the top?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is indeed. Oh, fabulous.
I'm at the bottom.
More importantly. Oh, yeah. I love it. Which paper's that?
That's the League Express. They've done a lot, didn't they? They've done a lot
Yeah, they did.
when we were doing tours and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Rugby League mags and papers were really good, actually, for recording all the results and everything else, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so great tour. So have you got memories about the actual playing against the Kiwi women? Because even the Maori women, weren't they? Because you played a Maori team, a local club teams and things like that, didn't you?
Yeah, we played a team from Auckland and we played a team from Canterbury. And I remember someone mentioned when we went to the Maoris and they wanted us to stay over, they had like mattresses. And we were like, we don't want to stay, we don't want to stay. I remember obviously the entertainment that they put on. I know a few people have mentioned that, but it was quite funny when we went to the Maoris. I actually met a girl who used to play rugby with. And I thought, I've gone all the way to New Zealand. And I've met someone who used to play rugby with. Which was strange. I played with them at Wigan.
Oh, wow. It's a small world.
Yeah, but yeah, they were tough. Like I said, you know, I'd obviously watched the test games and played in 3 of the club games. But even they were tough. They were really tough games. But watching them, like I said, most people have said, they're very strong. I think they're more committed than us.
Yeah.
I think they were just on a different level.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you say you didn't just watch, because you were all part and parcel of the team, weren't you? So when you went out as a squad, you all had your specific roles on and off the field, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you were a key part of the team, whether you were on the pitch or not. Either getting tackle camps, running on with the water, or general motivation. So when you look back at your achievements, what do you think?
I didn't think I'd done anything special. I mean, my mum only said to me the other day, you should be proud of what you've done. I mean, at the time, it was great. But like I said, most of us done it because we love playing the game. You know, we enjoyed it type of thing. And it's obviously it's a lot bigger now. And I'm still playing myself now, even at my age. I've gone to masters now. So
fabulous.
Yeah, it was actually I retired at 40 when I broke my knee. That was a case of 2 operations in 6 weeks. A good mate of mine, me and Mattel, who I played rugby with for a long time, she set up this masters team, women's team. One of the first, to be honest. The fellas have been going a lot longer. I think 80s they started, the guys. So I was like, oh no, you know, I've not played for 7 years. So she said, well, just come down and see what you think. And it's just brilliant. You know, there's different rules to masters and stuff like that. And we played quite a few games and we've got a few things coming up, a few festivals and that.
And what colour shorts are you, Sharron?
I'm red.
Oh, you're doing well then.
So I'm still tackling, yeah.
Still tackling.
I was 47. So I was wearing black and now obviously I'm over 50 and I'm now wearing red.
But you're not in them gold shorts yet.
9 years, but I'm not sure I'll be playing another 9 years. But yeah, it's just been brilliant. I've just, got a bunch of girls, and I did actually play against Donna Parker a couple of months ago. That was weird, but I knew her move, so I was like, she still got it. You know what I mean? Michaela as well. Played against Michaela the other week.
Brilliant. Do you know, it's lovely that you're all meeting up now and still playing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And Masters is just great for that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's different rules, but it's still rugby at the end of the day. Yeah. And I did ask Julie, Diane and Banksy. Obviously, I seen you in Warrington the other week. And some of the excuses they come up. Shingy swims on a Wednesday, which I thought was an excuse. Every time I see Julie, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm up for that. And I said, every time I see you, I said, you say you're going to come? And Banksy's is the best. I can't run sideways. And I thought, you're fitter than any of us put together. Do you know what I mean? I can't run sideways. I was like, oh my
God. So when you look at the rugby community and everything you've done, and what would you say to the next generation of this generation and the next generation want to get involved in rugby league?
Just give it a go. All you can do is try. Any sport, really. But don't regret it, because in time you will, oh, I should have done that. We all have regrets and stuff like that. But like I said, it's a lot more high profile now. You know, it's on the telly, it's on Sky, they're playing at stadiums that, you know, they're at bigger rounds and stuff like that. And good luck to them. And obviously with the World Cup, they're actually getting paid, aren't they, for the first time, which is really good. I mean, I remember that we used to get as many people as we could in a car and throw in a tenner for petrol. And if you're lucky, you got a coach, which, you know, normally when you went to finals and stuff. And I don't remember the old baths that you used to have at the changing rooms.
Oh, yeah.
All getting one of them. You can imagine the state of him. Or you might go to a match and there might be one shower working. But you know what? All them memories, I'd do it all again. Because in my eyes, I think it's the best sport in the world.
Absolutely. Sharron, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'm sure you could, as you leave here, you'll go, oh, no, I've remembered all that. But
yeah, I remember something about my dad, but basically I lost my dad while he was away in New Zealand. So that's probably why I didn't get back into the training side of it. Unfortunately, he died 2 days before I got back. So,
oh, that's sad.
But at least they knew I went, you know.
Yeah. And he was proud, wasn't he?
Oh yeah,
He was very proud of you and your achievements as your mummies as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Of what you've actually achieved and still achieving, because you're still participating, you're still involved in sport and Masters Rugby League and in that community. And I know when I saw you all in Warrington, the spirit's still there, and the laughter, and the friendships.
Yeah, good friends are hard to find, but keep hold of them.
Absolutely. Sharron, thank you very much.
Thanks for inviting me.